Half-century ago, a civil rights activist from Detroit lost her life all in the name of social justice. Her name, Viola Liuzzo. She decided to join the civil rights movement in 1965 after seeing disturbing images out of the South on TV. She also endured it as a Tennessee native. And while driving a black civil rights worker in Alabama, shuttling protesters back and forth between Selma and Montgomery, she was ambushed and shot and killed by a car full of Klansmen. Well, last week, her family accepted an honorary degree from Wayne State University, the first posthumous honorary degree ever granted by that great university. And you can see the emotion that was involved there. And joining me now live in the studio are Viola's children, Mary, Penny, and Tony. So good to have you with us. What kind of a week has this been for you?
I mean, an emotional roller coaster, but it's all good.
Right.
Which is really nice for a change, because we have had some very negative emotions in the past, and to come here and be welcomed and just embraced and loved and honored, to have our mother honored the way it was, it's phenomenal. I really don't have words.
Penny, for so many years, your mother was, in many ways, disavowed, certainly by racist and segregationist forces. Then there was a smear campaign by the FBI. Do you think her true story is out there now and has been embraced?
I think so. And I think that the movie Selma helped a lot. And it took so long to, and that's what I always tell people. I don't want you to know my mother as the martyr. I want you to know my mom as the mom that she was and the woman that she was, the terrific, great person where all the kids wanted to come to my house.
Right. And it's true when you have icons or historical figures, you lose the humanity in some ways because their achievements kind of overwhelm that. But her role in 1965 as a white woman, a mother, and I know, and I can't remember which of you was asked this question, but you're constantly asked, why did she go? As if somehow, perhaps maybe she had a hand in her own death or something like that. It's almost an insensitive question. Are you still asked that question, and how do you answer it?
We are still asked the question. It has a different flavor now than it did in the 60s. In the 60s, it did have a lot of judgment and a lot of...
it was a what was she thinking question?
Right.
Yeah.
Why did she abandon her kids to go down and get involved in something that was none of her business? It was out of place for women and out of place for white people in general.
Sure.
But I say today, she went... First of all, my mother, for our whole lives, if she saw something wrong, it wasn't a matter of thinking about it. The kind of wrong that you and I all know is wrong, not the kind that we can talk about and take sides about. And she went to Selma because she was watching Bloody Sunday on TV, and then Dr. King came on and said, listen, if you know this is wrong, would you please come help us? Well, we were watching on TV our fellow citizens being attacked by dogs, run over by horses, tear gassed, shot with water hoses. And so today, when people ask me, why did your mother go to Selma? I just want to say, my question is, why didn't everybody go to Selma?
Mm-hmm. And in the light of history, it certainly makes, that's the question, the correct response. Tony, this honorary degree, Wayne State's never done this before. It was quite something. How much does that mean to the family?
Really, as I said, we don't have words. The meaning, there's always been that vacancy here in Detroit when it came to Viola Liuzzo. And to have Wayne State honor her the way she did, and I had my son actually was hooded, her grandson, her great-grandson got the diploma, and so there were four generations. I mean, the lineage was there, and
right.
The honor was phenomenal.
And Mom's spirit was there, which makes five.
You betcha. You betcha.
I know there's a fundraiser tonight, correct?
Yes.
Tuesday, tonight, 7 o'clock, and
yes.
We want to tell people about that. This is also to raise awareness and to raise money for
the Viola Liuzzo playground.
Exactly, which is in need of an upgrade. We should point out, which would be a fitting way, a fitting tribute to her, and especially with what her kids have gone through. What better way than to take care of some kids in that neighborhood?
It's right in the neighborhood we grew up to. That park is so.
All right.
We grew right there.
Well,
in Detroit.
hopefully there are some other fitting tributes coming her way, and that her memory is kept alive. We thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take a deep breath and draw it all in.
It's good to be back home.
It is.
It's good to have you here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Tony, Penny, Mary.